Hello, I'm going to explain the time mystery thriller anthology series episode, Girl from Nowhere, titled Liberation. Beware of spoilers. Pantanawitaya School in Bangkok is well known for being the most strict school in the country. Even the most notorious students are allegedly straightened after graduating from this institution. The school has 427 regulations in total, all of which must be adhered to on a regular basis. These regulations are so extensive that a whole book has been written on them. Anyone discovered disobeying them, whether intentionally or unintentionally, faces harsh penalties like seclusion, physical harm, as well as death. The result is that the students always live in fear. They behave like puppets, have no opinions, and appear lifeless. The teachers, on the other hand, are callous and harsh. The teachers only care about hurting the students. As a result, the school is now boring and everything is in black and white. With the exception of the principal, who for some reason always wears a neon pink outfit, it is forbidden to bring anything bright inside the building. Nanno, a new student, first shows up at Pantanawitaya School at the beginning of the program. Although she is a happy girl who enjoys having fun, as soon as she walks through the gate, everything around her goes completely black and white. When she enters the classroom, the teacher requests that she introduce herself. Nanno obliges and smiles at her new acquaintances, but they don't say anything more than that. The lesson starts soon, and Nanno finds a seat next to a girl who has a bashful appearance. She makes an unsuccessful attempt to strike up a conversation. Nanno slips her dark red lipstick unintentionally later as she is unpacking her belongings. This stands out in the grey surroundings, and all of her students take notice of it. The shy-looking girl takes it up before she can warn the teacher because, fortunately, the teacher is preoccupied. "Thank you," she said, and hurried to stuff it into her luggage. Lisa, the school's discipline coordinator, and her minions arrive a little while later. She is shown to be the most inhumane professor around. When they catch a glimpse of her, some students urinate their pants out of sheer terror. Lisa is here today to search a random bag. Nanno makes an effort to explain that searching through other people's personal items is a violation of their privacy when it's her turn. Lisa, on the other hand, snatches her luggage and searches through it. Each member of the class holds their breath, hoping that the lipstick will be discovered soon. They are shocked to see that it is not there. The cunning Nanno has managed to hide it somewhere else. As Lisa and her henchmen leave, she grins menacingly. Nanno soon begins to reveal her true personality. She is actually a rebel whose only goal is to alter Pantanawitaya School's traditions and regulations. Education or making friends are not important to her, all she wants is to hold the professors accountable for their crimes and punish them. She takes out her lipstick and applies it in front of the entire class for the first step. Everyone is in disbelief to witness a rule being broken in this manner. The bashful girl and Nanno are in the cafeteria in the following scene. Although the latter has at last begun to open up, she nevertheless cautions Nanno about her behavior. She cites stories of two pupils who disobeyed the rules and were taken to the ominous repentance chamber. The students still haven't been released after 3 days have passed. Even after hearing this, it's surprising to see how unbothered Nanno is. Instead, she bursts into maniacal laughter. Lisa notices this since she's nearby and she's interested. She promptly wipes it off and puts her lipstick away after noticing Nanno's tinted lips. Nanno is given the task of memorizing all 427 of the book's regulations while sweltering in the hot sun as a form of punishment. Our rebellious girl, however, is not going to back down so quickly. She begins laughing at each and every law in the book as the minions watch. Many students, as well as some teachers, interested in this. Lisa pops up as well, and Nanno pulls out a lighter and burns the book down in front of her. Nanno just responds, "There is no regulation that says you can't burn the book," to everyone's accusations that she is insane. Nevertheless, she is forced inside the repentance room, where two speakers continuously blare the 437 laws. Anyone would go nuts from this, yet Nanno doesn't seem to care. She laughs and yawns as if it were just another day for her. Nanno has returned to her class for the next day. She is defiantly displaying her disapproval this time by donning a vibrant green ribbon. Nanno tells her students that she has remembered all 427 of the regulations, who are startled to see her back so early. She also claims that the repentance chamber wasn't actually that terrifying. In fact, they could throw a massive party there if every student disobeyed the regulations. Lisa arrives just as the conversation begins to pique her classmates' interest. Even she is surprised to see Nanno out, as she has no memory of releasing her. Lisa warns the girl to abide by the rules, but the latter bluntly says this school sucks. Lisa, having had enough, takes Nanno back to the repentance room, this time for a more severe punishment. When they arrive, Lisa shines extremely bright lights into the poor girl's eyes and forces her to recite the 427 rules. This continues all day. However, Nanno returns to her classroom in the evening. She has dyed her hair completely purple this time. All of her classmates now appear to be on her side. Nanno is gradually but steadily completing the mission for which she came here. Lisa, as expected, takes her back to the repentance room. She asks Nanno what she wants there. The purple-haired girl laughs briefly before declaring that she wants the entire system changed. All of the rules that have been restricting students' freedom must be repealed. Lisa loses her cool after hearing all of this. She uses a plier to extract Nanno's tongue as the ultimate punishment. Despite the excruciating pain, Nanno can't stop laughing. Later, as Lisa is reminiscing about her day in her office, a new student named Yuri approaches her. She introduces herself and reveals that she knows Nanno well from their studies together in the same school previously. Yuri then asks to be promoted to head inspector because she is the only one who can keep Nanno in check. Lisa is skeptical, so Yuri pulls out her phone and displays a group chat of all the students planning an uprising. She reveals that she used a phony identity to spy on the students. Lisa, impressed, finally agrees to make Yuri the school's chief inspector. In the following scene, all of the disobedient students from the group chat are punished. They are designed to spend the entire night on their knees. As the days pass, Yuri gradually gains Lisa's trust and access to her office. She sneaks into the office one day and goes through some confidential documents. Yuri is clearly up to something as well. Nanno, on the other hand, is back in class. Despite having her tongue removed a few days ago, she can speak. When she gets to her desk, she discovers an envelope waiting for her. It is tied with a red ribbon with the words, "Top Secret," written on it. Nanno simply smiles as she enthusiastically opens the envelope. The scene then shifts to a few hours later, when Nanno is on his way somewhere with a slew of posters. On the way, she runs into an old foe, Yuri, who is wearing a ribbon similar to the one that was wrapped around the envelope. This demonstrates that she was the sender. Nanno appears to be in a hurry, so she tells Yuri to move out of her way before departing. She eventually reaches the top floor and prepares to paste a few posters there. However, Lisa arrives on the scene and stops her. She asks what's in those posters, and Nanno responds with a smirk that it contains all the information about the school's corruption. Every year, the government and a number of other organizations donate millions of dollars to the school in the hopes of improving its facilities. However, only 5% of those funds are ever spent. The school is still filthy, the rooms are dilapidated, and the food tastes like garbage. It is clear that all of the teachers are pocketing the money. Lisa loses her cool and tries to steal the posters after hearing all of this. Nanno refuses to let go, and the two have a minor brawl. Surprisingly, Yuri is filming everything from a corner. She approaches the two after a while and suddenly pushes Nanno off the balcony, killing her instantly. The manner in which Nanno was killed has traumatized the entire school. Meanwhile, Yuri destroys all of the posters and informs the students about how corrupt their teachers are. She also sends the video she recorded earlier to the group chat, giving the impression that Lisa is to blame for Nanno's death. The plan works, and the students become enraged as soon as they watch the video and see the posters. They transform into animals in a matter of seconds and begin chasing after all of the teachers at Pantano Wataya School. Lisa is apprehended as well, and she, like the other teachers, is bound and beaten. Later, all of the teachers are led to the main hall. Yuri, who is now acting as the student's voice, steps forward and announces that the rules will be changed. Students have been suppressed and tortured for years, but now it will be the other way around. The teachers will have to follow their rules, and anyone who does not will be punished inside the repentance room. She then instructs all of the teachers to write down their confessions on a piece of paper. While the majority of them comply, the evil Lisa simply laughs and refuses to write anything down. This enrages one of the students, so he chokes her to teach her a lesson. Unfortunately, in the heat of the moment, he is unaware that Lisa has stopped breathing. When the students discover that the boy has murdered their teacher, they all turn on him. Some believe he should be sent to the repentance room, while others believe he should be executed. Fortunately, the principal arrives just in time, armed with a gun. He threatens everyone to stand down before releasing the captive teachers. After that, the principal gives the students a choice. He will forgive their mistakes, including Lisa's murder, if they confess to their crimes and promise never to be disobedient again. Many cowardly students begin pleading forgiveness as soon as he says this, but some remain silent. Yuri is one of them. After some time, the principal gathers these disobedient students in one location to punish them. He first summons Yuri, as she was the one who started it all. He then pulls out a sharp knife and prepares to slay her. But then, unexpectedly, a bloodied Yuri appears. She has miraculously returned from the dead. Then 3 other versions of her appear. One has her tongue cut out, another has a green ribbon around her neck, and the last one is the Nanno who had just arrived at school. It turns out that every time Nanno was punished, a new version of herself took her place. This explains why, despite being locked inside the repentance room, she was always back in her class. The 4 Nannos quickly lock all the doors, trapping the terrified teachers. Then, the version of Nanno who had recently died confronts the principal and threatens him to put down the gun. The latter says no and prepares to shoot her, but all of the students pull out their most lethal weapons, their smartphones. They go live and film their evil principal, who is willing to kill his students for the sake of discipline. The big fat principal is finally scared, and he drops the gun. As soon as he does, the students swarm around him and overpower him. Taking advantage of the chaos, the cunning Yuri attempts to flee, but Nanno stops her. The entire administration of Pantano School is brought to their knees in this manner. Students no longer have to live in fear of being punished. They can be carefree and mischievous, just like any other high school student. Nanno, along with all the teachers, is locked in the repentance room in the final scene. Then, her mission accomplished, she leaves the school for good. Thank you for watching, and if you like this video please smash the subscribe and like button for new content as they drop.